Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Prost. If you don't know already, Prost is the show where I drink and you watch me drink. That's basically it. Sometimes it's beer, sometimes it's wine. Usually it's just beer. I have been known to do a cocktail from time to time, but usually it's just beer. I've been lax lately of getting this show up when it's supposed to be up, and I fully admit that, and I apologize to you. To make up for it, I got a good one, and it's not a beer, exactly. It's close to a beer, but it's not a beer. This is a product that I know little about, but I freaking love. And one of these days, I will do a deeper dive into it so that we can learn more about it together. In the meantime, we'll just drink it, because that's the best way to figure it out, right? Sake. I just randomly grabbed this one off the shelf because, like I said, I don't know that much about sake. So this is Kyoto Junmai. And then it's got these other words that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Oh, no, I know that. Shochikubai, that's the name of the sake brewery. Fushimizu Jitate. Something like that. And then there's other things written on it in presumably Japanese. Price says that same thing. And then at the bottom it says sake. So I know it's sake. There are different classifications of sake. The two big ones, you got Junmai sake, which you saw on there, which means that it is pure sake. It doesn't have alcohol added. Then there is a lesser kind, more common, I think, that has kind of some kind of grain alcohol added to it to kind of boost the alcohol of the sake. This is Junmai, so it is pure sake. We're gonna get a little geeky. Within that Junmai classification, within both classifications, there are categories based on how much the rice has been milled. Sake is made from rice. They take this rice and they polish it down, which kind of rubs the husk off of the rice and gets smaller and smaller. The more you rub off, the more pure or better, I guess, the rice gets. There's 3 classifications. This one is just Junmai, which means it could be any amount of polishing, and it does say on here, we'll get to that. Beyond that classification, this can get a little bit more, which you can get Junmai Ginjo, which is like 60%, something like that, or Junmai Daiginjo, which is even more. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but this is Junmai, so it could be anything. We'll read the back just in a second, and it'll tell us more about it. I don't know why I usually drink sake out of little tiny cups. It seems, I don't know, not very efficient, but that's what we'll do. So it says, Junmai sake brewed with Fushimizu water, famously superb water found in Fushimi, Kyoto's historical sake producing region. Enjoy the mild flavor and rich taste of rice that stands out in depth. Okay, that's a good description. It is a Junmai. The rice is a Japanese varietal. Okay. Here's the rice polishing. This is like a label that's just stuck on here. The rice polishing ratio, 78%. So I assume they polish it down until it's 78% of the size that it was. That's my assumption. The sake meter, whatever that is +2, and acidity is 1.3. I assume that's not actually pH. It's some kind of arbitrary meter that they use. It says it's good chilled, room temperature, or warm. I'm drinking it chilled because that's the way I like almost all of my sake. Refrigerate after opening, will do. No, I'll drink it all. That's about all it tells us. 13.5% alcohol by volume. And don't operate machinery. All right, we can do that. Unless a camera is considered machinery. So out of my tiny little cup It smells like alcohol. Number one, sake has this kind of distinct fermented alcohol smell to it, but it's also really floral. Especially after you start drinking it, you get past that and get more into the floral. Oh, it just smells fresh and fruity, and can't tell you what kind of fruit, but it's fruit. Oh yeah, I love it. It is. So I like wine, okay, but wine is a little too grapey for me. This is what I would replace wine with in a lot of the instances where I would be drinking wine. I mean, not that I do replace it because it's so confusing to me, but I enjoy it more than wine, I guess is what I'm saying. It's very similar to wine in that alcohol level and some of the flavors too, but just tastes better to me. So good, so tasty. This is not one that's going to be easy just to run out and grab, although, I mean, I got it at Jungle Gym, so you can go grab it. But I think more importantly, it's my apologies to you guys for being so tardy on episodes, and just something to get you thinking a little bit differently about what you do decide to drink this week or this weekend. You know, to be honest, I'm going to drink a whole bunch of Oktoberfest this weekend, so I'm not going to sit around and drink sake all weekend, although tonight I just might. However long this little bottle lasts me, which is going to be like, I don't know, half hour. It's my guess. Inefficient. There, now we go. There. That's how we drink sake in my house. Prost.